Thanks, as always, for letting me come into your homes and into your day to share a little bit of yoga with you. Today's practice is going to be all about the back. And anytime we're dealing with the back, there's usually a little bit of hip work that goes into the practice as well. So I don't think we need any props today. Be kind to yourselves, but challenge yourselves, right? Come to that edge of where you're starting to feel uncomfortable and working a little bit, right? But making sure that we're always doing that in the safest manner possible. So we're going to start off on our back today. We're going to spend a lot of time on our back. Then we'll get up and do some hands and knees work and some seated stuff. And then we'll take a really nice shavasana at the end. So I hope you enjoy the practice. A lot of times you may not be able to see me specifically because we're laying on our back. So if you can't see me and you need to sit up for a minute, go ahead and do that. But I'll try to give verbal cues that allow you to just kind of stay in the zone where you are. All right, so let's get started. Go ahead and lay on your back, on your mat. We're gonna spread out a little bit more than you would in Shavasana. So instead of like sort of arms down at your side, maybe your arms are a little further away and legs a little further apart. We're just looking to create lots of space for energy to move and space in between the limbs of the body and the torso. So again, if at points in time you can't see me, don't worry about that too much, but feel free to sit up and look if you need to. Oh, laying down on your back. Arms out wide, legs out nice and wide if you've got the space to do it. What I want you to do in the beginning is just really feel the earth, the ground, the floor underneath you, where it's touching the points of your body. So it'll be the heels, maybe the calves, the buttocks, or the sit bones, the back of the hip bones, the shoulder blades, the elbows, the backs of the hands, the back of the head. Feeling the body easily relax and settle in, supported by the space beneath you. Body beginning to get heavier and heavier as your muscles relax. Make any adjustments here if you need to adjust the shoulders or the head or the hips. The front of the body is broad, and wide, and open. Starting full yogic breath, expanding breath through the belly, through the ribs, and all the way up through the collarbones with every inhalation. And feeling everything sort of surrender or sink back as the belly draws back, the ribs come back together, the collarbones settling down. Expansive breath through the entire torso from the pelvis all the way to the collarbones, breathing deeply. As you begin to relax and control the breath, notice how the muscles of the body relax and soften. Feel grateful for the rest. Again, maybe even feeling the effects of gravity of the skin, muscles of the face, the arms, the belly, the thighs, the calves, and the soles of the feet. Let the eyes sink back a little heavier, the eyelids soften, the lower jaw soften, and the tongue rest in the back of the mouth. Maybe even allow yourself a gentle smile here as you feel grateful for the practice, the strong body, and the quiet mind. Beautiful. We're going to continue full yogic breathing throughout the practice today, thinking about that as your first and foremost foundation of every posture and every movement. When you're ready, slowly take the legs to the center of the mat. The arms reach overhead and take a big inhale through the nose, stretching fingertips to tippy toes. Open the mouth and exhale. Again, stretching long, fingertips to tippy toes. Open the mouth and exhale. Good, big inhale. As you exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Maybe a couple of circles here on the ceiling with the knees. Make sure you go both directions, massaging the low back and the kidneys. Coming to center, hug the knees tight, draw chin to chest. Exhale, release the soles of the feet to the floor, the knees to the sky, and adjust the hips and shoulders once again. Head is resting on the floor. Let's cross the right leg over the left. I say like a guy sits in a chair, so the ankle is just above the knee. We're trying to encourage that right knee towards the front of the mat. When you're ready, you're going to squeeze the abdominal muscles, lift the head and chest off the floor. Right hand is going to reach between the thighs. You're either going to get a hold of the back of your left thigh or your shin. But I do want you to be able to exhale and release the head and shoulders all the way to the floor. So you should be feeling this across the back of your right thigh, maybe even deep into the sit bones. Breathe deeply here. Maybe there's a slight massaging with the breath, a release, and it's tightened. So every time you're inhaling, maybe a gentle softening, and as you exhale, a gentle tug in a little closer. But breathe deeply into the back of the right hip, back body, spine, shoulders, and hips supported by the earth. A couple more times, just gently tugging the knee in. The left foot's just sort of hanging there, so go ahead and make circles with that ankle. Move through the toes, the arches of your feet, squeezing, flexing, all that good stuff. Get out some of those creaks and cracks. Beautiful. Some of you are going to stay right here. Some of you might like a hamstring stretch for that left leg. So you'll straighten the left leg up to the sky. Reach up and over if you can get your calf. But again, I'd like for you to be able to relax the head and chest on the floor. Again, we're still encouraging the right leg toward the right knee towards the front of the mat and drawing in the left leg. Let's hold here. 1, 2, if this is not feeling good for you today, stay in the original position. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Exhale, releasing that left leg to the floor. Go ahead and cross the right leg all the way over like a girl would sit in a chair for a spinal twist. Leave your right arm resting along your side. The left hand's going to take the knees. Exhale, encouraging the knees to the floor on the left side. Right shoulder might rise a little bit, and that's okay. Just breathe into a spinal twist here. Your gaze is either upward towards the ceiling or maybe over your right shoulder. Breathe nice and deeply. 1. Don't be in a hurry, just breathe. Elongate on the inhales, surrender, twisting on the exhales. 4, and 5. Releasing the legs, inhale, come to center. Exhale, unwind the legs. Long stretch, fingertips to tippy toes. Open the mouth and exhale. Good. As you exhale next time, tuck the knees into your chest. Maybe bring your chin to your chest. Straighten the legs up long, holding into this forward fold position. 1, 2, relax your face, squeeze your belly, pull the shoulders away from your ears, right? Don't let them be up around your ears. Draw the shoulders back. 4, and 5. Hang on to your right leg. Exhale, squeezing the belly, right? Hold, hold, hold. Left leg comes just above the floor. Look to those left toes and hold. 1, 2. Strong back means strong belly. 3, 4, and 5. As you exhale, switch the grip to the left leg, dropping the right, strong arms, strong belly. 1. Don't hold your breath. Look to your right toes, strong legs. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, right leg up. Hold on to both legs. A nice fold, maybe a little deeper this time. 1, squeeze belly, strong legs. 2, think about when you're seated and we take seated forward fold. Same posture on your back. 4, and 5. Good. Exhale, give your knees a nice big hug. Inhale, release all the way back to the floor, feet to the floor. Extend legs and arms. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Good. Soles of the feet to the floor, knees to sky. Adjust your hips so how your pelvis is seated is nice and even. Adjust your shoulders, right? Relax the arms. Perfect. Cross left over right, starting where we did before, the ankle above the knee. Squeeze the belly again, lift the chest off the floor. Left hand between the thighs. You're either getting a hold of the back of the thigh and releasing the right leg, or again, maybe getting a hold of the shin, exhaling. Again, most important to me is that you're able to release your head and neck to the floor and breathing deeply here. We're not in a hurry. Breathe deep into the back of this left hip, right? Remember I said when we're working on back, oftentimes it means working on the hips. Beautiful. Again, maybe those gentle release as you inhale, squeezing as you exhale. Full yogic breath, just like we did in the beginning, right? Big belly, ribs, and chest. Right ankle's just sort of hanging there. So move through that foot, squeeze and point, flex, circles, all that yummy stuff. Terrific. Again, some of you are going to stay right here if you want to stretch that right hamstring, straighten the right leg. Reach up and over, grab the calf, exhale, and come all the way back down. Holding wherever you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Exhale, release right foot to the floor. Cross the left leg all the way over. Even that right there, you might already start to feel a nice stretch across that left side waist. Left arm's going to rest along the side. Right hand is going to guide the knees to the floor. So feel like you're extending through the outer edge of that left leg. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And again, your left arm might lift slightly off the floor. That's okay. Nice broad open chest, either gazing to the sky or maybe looking all the way over your left shoulder. Relax into the twist as you exhale. Elongate the spine as you inhale. Holding here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take an inhale. Let those legs come back to center. Exhale and unwind the legs. Long stretch as you inhale, fingertips to tippy toes. Open the mouth and exhale. Good. Next exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Draw chin to chest, nice tight little ball. Inhale, extend both legs. Squeeze the belly. Strong arms, strong legs. Look to your toes. Breathe deeply here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax your face. Smile. And 5. Hanging onto the right leg. Exhale, strong belly, straight left leg coming just above the floor. Look to those left toes and breathe. 1, 2, 3. You're stronger than you know. 4 and 5. Inhale, left leg up. Switch to the left leg. Exhale, long, straight right leg. just above the floor. Look to those toes, holding here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, left leg up. Forward fold again, maybe a little deeper. 1, squeeze belly, long neck. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Release the feet. Maybe a gentle hug before you let the feet come to the floor. Once your feet hit the floor, separate them hip distance apart, maybe a little wider. Let your arms just rest maybe on your belly or your on the floor. Windshield wipers. Exhale, drop knees to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, come to center. Perfect. Squeeze the knees into the chest one more time. Leave your head and shoulders on the floor here. Draw the knees out towards the armpits, out towards the outer edges of your rib cage. Take an inhale, let the soles of the feet to the sky. Again, squeezing the belly. Reach up, grab the outer edges of your feet, and exhale. Knees drawing down towards the floor. Happy baby. Shifting maybe side to side. Rocking back and forth. Stopping at center, we're going to take Baddha Konasana here in reclined position. So the soles of the feet are going to come together. If you can hang on to your feet and just pull the knees forward, go ahead and do that. If you need to let go of the feet, let them go. Hold here just a couple of breaths. So again, with a strong belly and strong legs, release the feet and let them come to the floor with the feet together. Hips drop out and open. Adjust your low back if you need to. Gazing towards the ceiling. Just rest here and let the hips open. Inner thighs soften. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, let your arms come up to the sky. Maybe interlock your thumbs, maybe not. Exhale, drop the arms over the head. You can have your arms long and straight, or you could softly bend the elbows. Whatever is doable for you. Just opening up through the front of the chest, gazing towards the ceiling and breathing deeply here. 1, 2, can you go back to that sensation where we started and all the muscles softening, recognizing where the points of the body touch the earth. Muscles, the expression of the face are softening. Good. When you're ready, inhale, arms up to sky. Exhale, along the side. Let your hands come help those legs back together. Soles of the feet to the floor, knees to sky. Again, make adjustments to the hip and shoulders if you need to. Start with your feet out nice and wide. We're going to take windshield wipers and we're going to pause on each side and take a spinal twist that way. So your arms may be just along your side. You may like your arms out. T position, you might want to take cactus arms. Feet out nice and wide. Exhale, drop the knees to the left side. So we're looking for this right femur bone to roll inward and down. May or may not touch the earth, not necessarily the point. Good. Breathe nice and deeply here with that right knee hovering or resting on the earth. Again, maybe gazing at the ceiling or looking all the way over your right shoulder. Wherever your neck is comfortable. Breathe deeply here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Strong belly. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, release, adjust, right? Find your neutral, find your good alignment. Feet again, start out nice and wide. Exhale, drop the knees to the right side. Again, looking for this left hip to roll inward and down, left knee sort of hovering. You'll find an extension hopefully across the top of this hip bone, the outer edge of this left thigh. Maybe changing the arm position here. Maybe the arms are just resting along your side. Again, either gazing towards the ceiling or looking all the way over the left shoulder. Breathe deeply. Nice twist in the belly. Nice soft inward rotation of left hip. 1, 2. Remember, when we take these nice spinal twists and breathe deeply, a great way to massage the organs. 3, 4, and 5. Strong belly, inhale, knees to sky. Exhale here, adjust the hips and shoulders. All right, we're gonna roll all the way to our left side. We're gonna come into fetal position. So I want you to tuck your knees up nice and close, right? Stack the knees on top of each other. If this is uncomfortable, you can put something in between the knees, but we're gonna try to get the knees even with each other. If you need something underneath your head, you could take something like a block. But I like the extra sort of extension in the neck here. Arms are gonna come out in front of you, palms touching one another. We're looking for the fingertips to be even and the knees to be even. What that's gonna tell me is that my spine is in a good alignment. Beautiful. So thinking about the hands of a clock here, take an inhale and bring that right arm up over the head, sliding across the ear. Exhaling down around behind and coming all the way back. Good. Nice stretch for the shoulder socket, the joint there. Inhale, coming around. Exhale, coming back. One more time, inhale and exhale. Good, let's go the opposite direction. Inhale down around the legs. Perfect, all the way around. You might get that little sort of resistance when you have to roll the arm, but that's much needed. One more time, all the way around. Use your breath, exhale. Palms together, again, adjust anything that kind of got all sort of cattywampus. Take your right hand, slide it across the length of your left arm. As you inhale, slide across the chest, and exhale, opening up. Get another twist. Inhale, arm to sky. Exhale, palms touch. Inhale, slide the right hand across the left arm, across the chest, and exhale, open. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, palms touch. One more time. Inhale, slide across. Exhale, open, and let's hold. So your arms are nice, wide T position, gazing to the sky. Right arm may or may not touch the ground. If it doesn't, just let it hover. If your fingers start to fall asleep, I promise you it will be okay. Only 5 more breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Inhale, right arm to sky. Exhale, all the way to the left side. Squeeze the knees in close. Inhale, roll up onto your back. Maybe give those knees a hug. How about circles on the ceiling? That should feel good. Maybe taking windshield wipers, right? Knees swaying side to side. That could feel really good. Awesome. So we got to do second side. I'm going to turn around on my mat, but you certainly don't have to. I would just rather you not have to look at my rear end. So we're going to roll to the right side now. Start off good alignment. Always, always, always so important to me, especially when we're dealing with the spine. Stacking the knees. So again, that's making sure my hips have good alignment here. Draw the knees up nice and close. The right arm is out, back of the hand is on the floor. Again, if it doesn't feel good to get this extension in your neck, go ahead and lift the head up with some sort of support. Palms touching. Circles first, and then we'll extend through spinal twist. Inhale, left arm up over the head, and exhale as you come around. Inhale up over the ear to the back body, and exhale, come around. Good, one more time this direction. Inhale and exhale. Once the palms touch, make adjustments if you need to. Opposite direction. Inhale, left arm down across the hip, behind, up and over as you exhale. Inhale. Oh, and exhale. A lot of creaking and cracking going on over here. Inhale and exhale. Perfect. Adjustments if you need to, and then opening up 2 times, sliding across, and then the last one will rest into a spinal twist. Inhale, left arm slides the length of the arm across the chest and open up as you exhale. Inhale, left arm to sky. Exhale, palms touch. Inhale, slide across. Exhale, open up. Inhale, arm to sky. Exhale, palms touch. Last one, and we'll stay in a nice spinal twist. Inhale, sliding all the way across. Exhale, open up, gazing to the sky. Again, the left arm might just simply be hovering here. It may touch the floor. Just breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, arm up to sky. Exhale, palms touch. Beautiful. Take an inhale, roll all the way back onto your back. Oh, what do I need? Do I need some circles? Do I need a nice hug? Do I need a nice long stretch? Anything that feels good to you. Perfect. When you're ready, tuck and cross the feet, come up to seated, and we'll find ourselves on hands and knees. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Take cat-cow here. So inhale, arch the back, lift the chin. Exhale, deeply rounded back. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, deeply round. Perfect. Come to neutral. Pause here. Let's give those feet a little bit more attention. Curl your toes under. Press your hips back into the arches of your feet. Breathing here. 1, 2. Shoulders away from the ears if you can. 3, 4, and 5. Take an inhale, shift your weight forward, flatten the tops of the feet on the floor. Let's go ahead and take our knees together and our feet together. And we're going to push back into Balasana or child's pose, but I want you to really find a nice extension in the back body. So maybe act like you're going to sit, really just stretch the spine. So tuck your tailbone. Inhale, come back up. Let's exhale again a little further. Draw the belly up while the tailbone reaches downward. Perfect. One more time to sit all the way down on your heels if you can. Maybe extend the belly up and over the thighs. Release the forehead towards the floor and let your arms come along the side. Breathe deeply here into a nice round back, totally supported in the front body. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and rise up. Those of you that can stay here in hero's pose, great. Those of you that being on your knees like this doesn't work, go ahead and just take a seated position. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up in either hero's pose or seated, taking cat-cow again. Inhale, arch your back. Hands are on your lap. Press in, squeeze your shoulders, lift your chin to the sky. Good. Exhale into magic cats. The shoulders are going to come forward. You're going to round your back and tuck your chin. Beautiful. 2 more times. Inhale, arch. Squeeze the shoulders, lift the chin. Exhale into magic cat. If one of them feels really good, you need to sit with it for a minute. Just sit in it. Perfect. Again, you can either do, we're going to meet back in neutral. You can either do this in hero's pose, or if you need to, just sit on your rear end in a nice easy seat. So those of us in hero's pose, we're going to lift up ever so slightly, and you're just going to shift off the heels and sit on your right hip. Perfect. Press in, lift up. Again, you could just be seated. We're taking a spinal twist again. Take your left hand to your right thigh, your fingertips behind. to your right side, and lift, lengthen, squeeze the belly and look over your right shoulder, tall as you can, right? Resist that urge to sink down. Press in, lift up, gaze over your right shoulder and breathe deeply. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. Again, those of you in hero's pose, we're going to shift. Sit back in the center for just a moment. Lift and lengthen. Even if you're in regular easy seat, just lift and lengthen. Pull those shoulders down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Maybe a cat-cow if you need it here in the center. Perfect. If you're in hero's pose, inhale, lift up, sit off to your left hip now. Knees are tucked nice and close. Feet are nice and close to each other. Right hand to your left thigh. Press into those left fingertips. Lift tall. Squeeze belly. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe nice and deeply here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Inhale, look back to center, and exhale, release. If you're in hero's pose, come back to center. In easy seat, just sit tall. Drop the hands to your thighs. Again, cat-cows here might feel really nice, inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Let's all come to our hands and knees. Spreading your fingers wide, tabletop position. Wrist, shoulder, elbow, nice straight line. Those of you that have a tendency to hyperextend in the elbow, turn slightly inward and a baby micro bend in the elbows. Knees directly underneath the hips. Take a cat-cow here. Inhale and exhale. Nice, strong, flat back. Curl your toes under, press into the soles of the feet again. Take a nice couple of breaths here. Let's press into downward facing dog. So press into those toes, lift the hips up and back. Encourage the heels to the floor. Whether or not they touch is not necessarily the point. Press into your hands so the chest comes towards your thighs, and finally look to your chin. Breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Inhale, come to your hands and knees, child's pose or balasana. Once again, take the toes together. This time, take your knees out wide. Again, take a moment to really lengthen the spine before you sit down, right? So even stop halfway, hover, and lengthen. And really kind of nestling into the creases of your hips, lengthen. And when you're ready, take that last exhale, chest and forehead towards the floor. Then tiptoe your fingers out towards the edge of your mat and pull back through your inner armpits so that the back body is strong. My head is up, but you should have your forehead on the floor if you can. And breathe deeply here while you encourage your sit bones towards your heels. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Inhale, come back up. Knees underneath the hips. Exhale, lay all the way down on the floor. Beautiful. Oh, stack the hands. You'll rest your forehead, if you would, on your hands. I'm going to leave my head up so that you can hear me. Shift through the hips a little bit. Adjust the legs, tops of the feet to the floor. Relax the shoulders. Relax the breath. Now, opportunity to breathe in the back of the body. I'm laying on the floor, so breathe into the back of the rib cage, into the kidneys, into the lower back and the sacrum. Beautiful. Coming up for our back bending today. As you inhale, come up off the chest and take the elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Plant your hands flat on the floor. So if this causes you pain in your low back, let's talk about ways to eliminate that. You're feeling like you're taking your chest and bringing it forward and upward. So there's energy in the upper part of the body rather than this sort of tendency to sink down into the earth. Feel like you're peeling the earth towards you, right? You can even see my body sort of slide on the floor. Shoulders away from ears, gazing somewhere on the floor in front. Relax your glutes. Use your upper back to hold. 1, breathe deeply. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, elbows out, stack the hands, release the forehead. Breathe deeply here. That's the best part, the relaxation and letting go of all the back muscles. So take a moment here, a couple of nice deep breaths. Again, rolling through the hips and thighs if you need some extra release. Relaxing those shoulders too. Couple of deep breaths. Round 2 of 3. Inhale, back to the elbows for Sphinx pose. Those of you that want to take seal pose, you would straighten the arms here, leaving the pelvis on the floor. Draw those shoulders away from the ears, reaching the heart forward and upward. Again, you could stay in Sphinx pose, or you could lengthen, extend the arms. Release your glutes. 1, strong back body. 2, 3, painful at all, please come down. 4, and 5. Beautiful. The exhale releases everything. Stack the hands, release the forehead, soften the shoulders, soften the back, relax the butt, relax the legs. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Feeling encouraged for your final back bend, your final lifting. And use your breath. Inhale, rise up. Again, maybe Sphinx pose one more time. Seal pose. If you're feeling particularly frisky, maybe a cobra pose. The hands, the wrists come underneath the shoulders. Press in, lift up here, leaving the pelvis on the floor. And reach again, the heart forward and upward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, release all the way down. Press into your hands, come to tabletop. Take child's pose. Either toes together, knees out wide, or if it feels better, go ahead and take your knees and your feet together, your choice. Breathe deeply into a nice flat back or deeply rounded back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tabletop position, hands on the floor. Adjust, find yourself nice and stable, knees underneath hips. Roll your toes under, press into the arches of your feet. Strong back body. One more downward facing dog just to stretch everything out. Press the hips up and back. Heels towards the floor. Maybe shift your weight side to side here. Stretch out the side waist. Good. How about we meet in the center? You come way up on your tippy toes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, come to your hands and knees. Tuck and cross your feet behind and shift through to seated. And we'll come all the way down onto our backs again. Exhaling all the way down. Stop here. Adjust those shoulders. Adjust the hips, the tailbone, the back of the neck. Everything sort of really good alignment. Perfect. If you do want the lift here, if you do have something handy, you can lift the hips. If not, doing this flat on your back is just fine. If you want a lift, a block, a bolster, rolled up towel or blanket at the sacrum, so past the lower spine. If not, you can just do with me flat on your back. Inversion, 2 strong straight legs straight up to the sky. Again, this isn't the sort of hamstring stretch we did earlier. This is just 90-degree angle, 2 straight legs. Flex the feet, but point them. So there's a little bit of activity in the legs. I always say it's like a Barbie doll walking on the ceiling on the balls of her feet. Relax the arms down along your side, or potentially cactus arms, or maybe arms reaching overhead if that feels good, and breathe wherever you are. Let's stay about 15 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Relax the eyes. Go back to where we started, where you feel, notice the points of the body where they touch the earth, where you're supported. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. As you exhale, hug that right knee outside the rib cage towards your armpit. Get a nice good grip on that knee. Hold on tight. Extend this left leg long, point your toes. Working to really hug that knee towards my armpit. Exhale, release left leg, long and straight, 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 straight. If you're not elevated, it's probably easier to rest the heel. If you are elevated, maybe just let that leg hover, right? Relax. Stretch long in the left leg, hug the right knee close and breathe. 1, 2, gazing up towards the sky. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, give both knees a nice hug into the belly. Releasing, hugging the left again, working to really draw it outside the rib cage. Hang on nice and tight. Extend the right leg long and straight. Reaching, reaching, reaching away with the toes. Hugging the left knee close. And again, if your hips are elevated, that hover usually feels pretty good. If you're all the way flat on the floor, maybe just let the heel touch and draw that knee in even closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, release. Hug the knees, draw them in nice and close. Relaxing the head, take circles on the ceiling with your knees. Massage that low back, the outer edges of your hips. Perfect. Release the soles of the feet to the floor, knees to sky. Adjust your pelvis, adjust your shoulders. One last quirky spinal twist before we finish. Extend the legs long. Your arms are going to come out in T position. The palms are going to face down. And try to keep the arms like that same idea where the shoulder, the wrist, and the elbow are all in this nice straight line. All right, here comes the quirky part. So try to follow me verbally so you don't have to get up and look. Leave your left foot where it is. Toes are pointed towards the sky. Pick up your right leg and put that right heel on the big toe. So your feet are stacked one in front of the other. Leaving the hands pressing down into the earth. Exhale. Drop that right foot towards the left side. So taking a spinal twist with 2 long straight legs. Yes, this does feel awkward. Long extended spinal twist. Holding here. 1, 2, 3. Takes a lot of sort of muscles to hold here. 4 and 5. Inhale, legs, feet back up to the sky. Exhale. So the right foot's going to stay on the floor, toes pointed up. Take the left heel on the top of the big right toe, right big toe. Stack 2 strong straight legs, hands pressing into the earth. Squeeze the belly and exhale, drop that left foot to the right side. Crocodile twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, inhale, 2 feet straight up to the sky. Exhale, release. Ready to take final rest? Any movements, any stretching, anything you need to do. So again, you might be hugging the knees, moving around. You might take that long stretch, windshield wipers, whatever you need. And then it's really important to, again, always prepare your space and prepare your body for that final resting pose. So maybe now's the time to use your props, right? Maybe you need something to elevate the backs of the calves or the knees, because that will help support your back, release your hips. Something as a pillow underneath your head, maybe a blanket to cover up with if your space is a bit chilly. So take a moment to get all that stuff that will help you take final rest. You can take your final rest today as we started, with the arms out a bit further, maybe even overhead, legs a little wider, or the traditional sort of version of Shavasana where we're just sort of resting. Soft legs, soft arms. But find yourself just really extended, open, soft, and slow the breath, right? We stop the practice of pranayama, or the controlling of the breath, and now let the body breathe itself. So let it all go. The practice is done. All the hard work is done. Just relax. As you take these last few moments to relax, let's go back to the focus of feeling your physical body and how it is supported. Notice if the heels are touching the earth, the sensation here at the back of the heels. Maybe the calves are resting on the floor underneath you, or maybe they're supported by a bolster or some sort of prop. Notice that sensation. The backs of the hip bones where they're resting heavily. The backs of the shoulder blades. The weight of the elbows. The backs of the hands. The weight of the back of the head touching the earth reaching up to meet and support you. The breath is slow and easy now, noticing how it moves in and out of the body gently, without effort. Noticing the rise and fall of the belly or the chest, without making adjustments, just noticing the breath. For these last few moments of your final resting posture, first relax the tension on the face, the eyes, the eyelids, the cheeks, the jaw, and the tongue. And I want you, for your last few moments of practice, just notice the palms of the hands, fingers, pads of the fingers. Noticing any warmth or coolness, vibration, anything you feel, specifically focusing on the palms of your hands. You can feel the earth underneath you holding and supporting. What is the sensation, the pull, the palm of your hand, pads of your fingers, the softness, the warmth, vibrations? And again, for the last few minutes of your practice, keep your focus here on the palms of your hands. With your awareness focused in the palms of your hands, bring the hands forward in front of you. Let the palms touch one another. Take a moment to rub vigorously through the palms of your hands, sharing that warm energy and vibration, the left and right sides of the body. Now take the palms of your hands, separate them, and then gently cup the eyes. Feel that warmth and vibration penetrate the eyes, conscious thinking mind. As you exhale, release the hands from the eyes and shake them out. Beautiful. Maybe a nice long stretch now from your fingers to your toes, just starting to move around a little bit, wiggling side to side, maybe a hug of the knees, anything that feels good to you. When you're ready, either pause for a moment on your left or your right side in fetal position. Maybe your hands are in prayer in front of you. Maybe your arm is as a pillow. The practice is done. All the work is put in. All the results come. When you're ready, press into the earth with that top hand. Take an inhale and rise up. We'll meet back in a seated position for just a moment. If you can, it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. Lift your heart, relax your shoulders. And join me for a moment, if you would, taking your hands to Anjali Mudra. It's a beautiful prayer position. Letting the thumbs rest against the heart center, lift nice and tall. As you exhale, a gentle lowering of the chin. Nice, soft, and sweet smile. Take a moment to say thank you to yourself. Take a moment to say thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I love you. As you exhale, take a gentle bow forward, honoring yourself and your practice. Inhaling to rise up. Thank you so much, my friends, again, as always, for allowing me into your space, allowing me to be part of your day. Go enjoy the rest of this beautiful day until I get to see you again next time. I do wish you well. Namaste.